What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Philadelphia Wings Lacrosse podcast show. A little bit sad news. We absolutely got decimated. Nothing good to say. Ugly game. Final score was 15-10, but it was a lot of meaningless goals in the fourth quarter to wrap up the game. It was ugly. It was a beatdown. None of our Flyers predictions did well. Tanner Clark had a game. Ben McIntosh was disappeared the entire game. I don't know what to say. I'm absolutely distraught, saddened, and yeah, it's not the way you want to start the season off at home. Steve, you got anything to add?
Yeah, so listen, John. I know it was disappointing, but you got to get off your high horse once in a while and have the realistic expectations. I mean, we have two guys that are hurt. This is going to be the team over the next several games. So we got to work through this stuff. We did really well in the first half. But the third period is where we have problems. We had problems last year with it. We had problems this year with it. To say it's an ugly game, I mean, it wasn't beautiful, but I think Albany's doing small things like they're winning the ball, they're winning the face-off, and then they're holding on to it, keeping our guys out there, and making sure that they're getting tired. And it's a smart move by the other coach.
Yeah.
And so for you to sit there and say it was a horrible game and all those other kind words you mentioned, come on, man, give him a little bit of a break. A little bit of a break here. Let us get a little bit our feet wet. They did start off. Albany started off 2-0.
Yeah.
So and it's got to be for somewhat good reasons. They're 3-0 now. We're 1-2. Our next home game, is not in 7 against the New York Riptide.
Yep.
The next actual game, I think they have
Halifax. Yeah.
Halifax, and I think it's right after Christmas. I mean,
yeah, it's Halifax. Yeah,
Halifax.
You're right. There are some good points that we could be mentioning, right? The rookies that we talked about in the pregame, they actually performed. Right? Yeah. They actually did okay. Clark got a goal.
Deacon Knock did not look bad.
Deacon Knock got in, the backup goalie. He actually looked pretty good. He is a young stud that everyone in the world is high on. He got to prove himself a little bit today and looked pretty good.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm very self-deprecating. So I tell you this, I need to lose some weight, and Deacon Knock needs to find some.
Yeah.
So we need to put some weight in that boy.
Yeah, he's a 20-year-old
right
that has some real good potential. He had a great summer playing in his summer league this year. They won the championship. Yep. So he had some good experience going that way. And yeah, he did perform well. The veterans did not show up to that. Mitch Jones did not show up to that. The comparison to goals in lacrosse, you have a right side and you have a left side. The right side was dominant heavy. Joe Recitor had 4 goals. The right side scored all our goals besides Mitch Jones, who had a couple, and one of them was a meaningless one late. Nobody on the left side scored for this team.
I think Mitch Jones try to do too much today. So I thought he was great in the first half.
Right.
Disappeared in the third. But there was 3 or 4 possessions, John, where he didn't even touch the ball. And that's something that's a problem. You want that guy. Joe Rez crushed it, I think.
Yeah, he had a great game.
I love the chemistry between him and Tate Catoni.
Yep.
Tate Catoni stepping up now. Last year he got bumped around a little bit. But he looks way more confident out there. And I just don't know. I'm going to be a little more glass half full. And I just think that we just got to deal with it for right now, pick up a couple of wins where we can, and try to improve. Because, the thing where I thought it was a great move as far as the Albany FireWolves coach They won the ball on faceoff, and we just got absolutely crushed out there, waiting on time. And then they did small things about getting a short-handed goal. That was crushing.
They had 3 short-handed goals, I believe.
I'm getting myself worked up thinking about it.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. And a lot of them, I don't know if it's coaching on our end or if it's the players, but when we are on the power play and have a turnover or don't score, it feels like our offense, for whatever reason, gets locked into playing defense on the penalty kill. And they took advantage of that. Mitch Jones got abused twice.
Yep.
In that situation. He needs to find a way off the field after the offense. He cannot go to the defensive side, even on the penalty kill with the man advantage. He got used.
I'm going to make a prediction right now. You can take this to the bank, but you are not going to be on Mitch Jones's Christmas card list.
I get it. I hear you. Listen, you had a bad game. You had a bad game. He's supposed to be the star of this team. He's supposed to be the star of the league. He led the league in points 2 years ago, 3rd last year. This is his first full year in Philadelphia from the trade last year. We're expecting big things from him.
We're expecting big things overall.
Yes.
So it has to be is a conversation that we're expecting big things from him, or expecting big things from him while Holden and Blaze are out.
To me, it goes hand in hand. It's perfectly fine to say we're expecting big things from him because he's supposed to be the catalyst. As he goes, this offense goes. He's the one that constructs it. He's the one that everything runs through. He's supposed to be the guy that carries this offense. The last 2 games, it's been obsolete.
I want to address one of the comments I see on here on the podcast. It's from Michael Wesley Chromiak. Cromer. So tough. It's tough when you're handing over that many possessions.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We heard what Paul Day said in the presser as far as it's only 30 seconds.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I hated that answer.
Yeah. So he said, basically, we're going to get the ball back in 30 seconds anyway. And he already got exposed to that. He got exposed to that this week. So I love the initial thought process. However, I don't know if the execution is quite what they thought it would be because we passed up on some pretty good talent in the draft, Mike Sisselberger being one of them. I think he didn't go until like the 6th round.
Yeah.
That's somebody we could have picked up, because we picked up, we drafted a lot of young guys, but none of them, I didn't say none of them.
None of them could be on the dot.
None of them could be on the dot.
Yep. Yeah. And that's, you can say it as much as you want. We get the ball back in 30 seconds, so it doesn't really matter because of a shot clock. It matters. It mattered on the scoreboard. It mattered in the shots compared. We got 10 less shots in the game than Albany did tonight. So it matters. I think that's just a cop-out answer that he gave in the presser after the game. I think there's just no other way to go. I think Davis, does the face-off for us. I don't think there's another person that we even could consider putting in on it.
There was a couple other guys. They put Chad Tutton on there, but he's a defender. The last thing you want to do is take from your defense and put it on the X. But what do you guys think? We want to know what you guys think as far as, is this the type of team we're going to be dealing with all year round? Or is this the type of thing that's going to be, we're going to deal with the first couple of weeks and hopefully get through the injury bug and come back stronger than ever? We want to hear your comments because you guys are what matters to us.
Yep. And
we want to know what you guys are thinking and let's feed off of each other on this.
So on that note, we're going to end with this. Is this team, as constructed right now, good enough to make the playoffs?
I think we know the answer to that right now. Right now? No. But I mean, the season wasn't built in 3 games.
But it was lost in a half a season. You can't go 2-8 while you're waiting for players to come back out.
Well, I think they're missing 6. I think Blaze is missing 6 games.
6 games.
Holden potentially 3 or 4.
Already played 2. right? So that's a total, and that's half the season.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. I tend to disagree.
That's fine.
It was ugly, ugly, ugly tonight. Offense did not know what they were doing. Defense got exposed in the middle all game long. They scored in the middle 7 to 8 feet away from the crease all game long. It's got to be better.
There were some times where Higgins was hot. I love watching him going side to side.
Yeah.
His lateral skills are really good. I noticed that was a major deficiency of the Albany FireWolves goalie.
Yeah.
I was shocked that we couldn't take better advantage of that. Deacon not coming in there, man. That kid is just on fire. It's always moving.
Yeah.
So, I believe in Higgins.
Higgins is the guy.
Every once in a great while, he lets up a bad goal, but also you got to play pretty tight in front of him as well. You don't want the same type of results from him.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to sign off. That was our quick little post-game wrap-up. We will be back here on the 7th, live here from the Wells Fargo Center. We hope to see you guys here. It is a great experience. Win, loss, or indifferent, it's still a fun time. Check us out next time, guys. Take care. Happy holidays.
Thanks.